Your development team deployed only front-end code changes for the sprint. In other words, your team only pushed JavaScript or TypeScript, CSS, and structural HTML codes for the sprint. There were absolutely no back-end code changes, but yet you get this error, a 502-bit gateway error after deployment. Hopefully, this occurred in your testing environment and not your production environment. Your team reversed the front-end changes and the error went away, verifying that the front-end code push helped to trigger the error. As a reminder, here's a few common causes for the 502-bit gateway error. To be clear, front-end code changes in and of itself cannot directly cause a 502 error, but it can most definitely cause the server to behave in a way that will result in your web application getting a 502 error. I will give you a few examples of how front-end code changes can indirectly cause a 502 in order to help you troubleshoot or debug your application, which I'm presuming is why you're watching my video. In an ideal world, your unit test should cover these types of scenarios, but we don't all live in an ideal world, not even in big corporate America. This seems like a very trivial issue, but if the backend isn't expecting the new shape, it may crash or return an invalid response. The gateway will return a 502 error. If you are using React in the front end of your web application and you are missing a dependency array, if you are still using useEffect directly, this will cause a 502 because the backend gets hammered, and then the upstream will time out, resulting in a 502. If the front end sends malformed or unexpected data, even if the backend code didn't change, the backend may not handle the new payload safely. The backend parser will throw an error. The gateway sees invalid upstream response, resulting in a 502. If the front end breaks authentication or headers, the backend will reject the request in a way that can cause a 502 proxy to surface. If the front end changes fetch option or course option and the backend isn't configured for this, this will result in a 502. Believe it or not, sometimes there are miscommunications between front end team and back end team, especially if the back end team is offshore or near shore. And if the front end somehow is calling endpoints that haven't been deployed yet by the back end, guess what? It's going to result in a 502. And finally, even if your front end codes passes all unit testing and is technically correct, it can still cause a 502 because it exposes hidden backend bugs. Because the backend may have fragile validation, unhandled exceptions, strict parsing rules, or performance bottlenecks, among a plethora of possibilities. You will obviously have to check the logs. Hopefully, I have guided you in the right direction to help you debug your 502 error if you're a front-end developer. Okay, my dear friends, if this video was helpful for you, please consider giving it a thumbs up or a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel. It is completely free. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.